Public awareness message. This video is intended for medical education purposes only and should not replace professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.
Hello viewers, nice to see you again. In this module, we'll learn how to identify and interpret ECG waves, intervals, and segments. A normal ECG consists of waves, intervals, and segments that represent electrical events within the heart, so let's talk about it. Interpreting ECGs must understand the meaning of component P wave, PR interval, QRS complex, ST segment, and T wave. Here you can watch ECG wave rising above and below baseline with animation explaining deflection. What is an interval? An interval includes one or more waves and measures conduction time. PR interval highlighted in this ECG. Let's see what is a segment. A segment is a flat section of the ECG between two waves. ST segment highlighted in this ECG. While watching the ECG strip, the first wave of a normal ECG is the P wave. What is normal P wave duration? So here is the answer. The normal P wave duration is less than 120 milliseconds. What do you think? What is the normal amplitude of P waves? Here is the answer. The P wave amplitude is normally less than 2.5 millimeters in limb leads. For every doctor, it's important to always assess the P wave before analyzing heart rhythm. A normal sinus P wave indicates that the impulse originated from the sinoatrial node. If there are changes in P wave, it means atrial enlargement or abnormal atrial activation. If there are changes in P wave and tall peak P waves present in ECG, it may suggest right atrial enlargement. The presence of broad notched P waves in ECG may indicate left atrial enlargement. Careful evaluation of the P wave in ECG always provides valuable information about atrial activity. After the P wave, the next important ECG component is the PR interval. The PR interval extends from the beginning of the P wave to the beginning of the QRS complex. The PR interval represents electrical conduction from the atria through the AV node and into the ventricles. The normal PR interval in ECG ranges from 120 to 200 milliseconds. In ECG, most of the PR interval reflects the delay occurring within the AV node. What is the PR segment? The PR segment is the flat portion between the end of the P wave and the beginning of the QRS complex in ECG. The PR segment represents impulse conduction through the AV node, bundle of His, and bundle branches. A prolonged PR interval may indicate first-degree atrioventricular block. The hallmark of first-degree AV block is a PR interval greater than 200 milliseconds. First-degree AV block may occur due to increased vagal tone, medications, or conduction system disease. In ECG interpretation, the PR interval shorter than 120 milliseconds may indicate abnormal conduction pathways. Accessory pathways can bypass the AV node and conduct impulses directly to the ventricles. Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome is a classic cause of a short PR interval. The QRS complex is the most important waveform in ECG interpretation because it represents ventricular depolarization. In electrocardiography, the QRS complex represents electrical activation of the ventricles before contraction. The QRS complex consists of three possible deflections: the Q wave, R wave, and S wave. Q wave is the first negative deflection that occurs before any positive deflection. Small Q waves may be normal in several ECG leads. Deep or wide Q waves may indicate a previous myocardial infarction. The R wave is the first positive deflection of the QRS complex. Positive upward spike of QRS highlighted and labeled. ECG chest leads V1 through V6 showing increasing R wave height. Poor R wave progression, comparison of normal and abnormal precordial lead progression. The S wave is a negative deflection occurring after the R wave. A normal QRS duration is less than 120 milliseconds. A narrow QRS indicates normal ventricular conduction, while a wide QRS suggests delayed conduction. Bundle branch blocks are common causes of a widened QRS complex. In ECG, the right and left bundle branches blocks highlighted with delayed ventricular activation. Increased QRS voltage may indicate ventricular hypertrophy.
Always evaluate QRS morphology, duration, and voltage when interpreting an ECG.
After the QRS complex, the ST segment begins and ends at the beginning of the T wave. The junction between the QRS complex and ST segment is called the J point. Normally, the ST segment remains close to the isoelectric baseline. Changes in the ST segment may indicate myocardial ischemia, injury, or infarction. ST elevation occurs when the ST segment rises above the baseline. Acute myocardial injury is one of the most important causes of ST elevation. ST elevation myocardial infarction or STEMI is a medical emergency requiring immediate treatment. ST elevation occurring in anatomically related leads may indicate an acute STEMI. ST depression occurs when the ST segment falls below the baseline. Myocardial ischemia commonly produces ST depression and T-wave abnormalities. Reciprocal ST segment changes may appear in leads opposite the area of infarction. This ECG demonstrates classic ST elevation consistent with acute myocardial infarction. This ECG demonstrates ST depression suggestive of myocardial ischemia.
The clinical pearl is this: always check every ST segment for abnormalities.
After the ST segment, the next major ECG component is the T wave. The T wave represents ventricular repolarization, the electrical recovery phase of the ventricles. A normal T wave is usually smooth, rounded, and upright in most ECG leads. Hyperacute T waves may be one of the earliest ECG signs of acute myocardial infarction. Hyperkalemia often produces tall, narrow-peaked T waves. A U wave is a small deflection that occasionally appears after the T wave. Prominent U waves may occur in hypokalemia and certain cardiac conditions. The QT interval measures the total duration of ventricular depolarization and repolarization. The QT interval extends from the beginning of the QRS complex to the end of the T wave. A prolonged QT interval increases the risk of dangerous ventricular arrhythmias. Long QT syndrome may result from genetic conditions, medications, or electrolyte disturbances. Long QT syndrome may lead to Torsades de Pointes, a potentially life-threatening ventricular arrhythmia. A shortened QT interval may also increase the risk of serious cardiac arrhythmias.
You now understand the P wave, PR interval, QRS complex, ST segment, T wave, U wave, and QT interval.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the bell icon for more ECG Masterclass lessons. See you in the next module.